Welcome back to the Eastern European DPC, where we've had a bit of an upset on our hands. UALEIKUMNIHAO took game 1 against Team Spirit, and Waga, it wasn't even close.
No, it was a very heavy domination there. I mean, the entire time, UALEIKUMNIHAO were just in solid control of the game. They didn't get too excited about it. The fact that they were winning early on and start like rushing down to try and finish the game fast. They played cool. They kept controlling the map, and they just built their advantage more and more. And ultimately, all their core players were kept very safe. Their supports were doing their job. Beksan was providing a ton of vision. Mary was there with the disables and the slow. And Team Spirit, they didn't get off the ground to anything. The TA never had any impact that game at all. The Void Spirit was not having a good time either. So many times he just got ran down and killed. Normally Void Spirit feels very hard to kill, but he got ruptured, he got chased down, and didn't have enough mobility to stay away from all the speed, Bloodseeker chasing after him, Pango using his Swashbuckle. And ultimately, UALEIKUM just looked like the way stronger team in game 1, funny enough.
Yeah. I mean, for Team Spirit, like, what are the takeaways from that? Do you just put it down to the sluggishness? You're not in the rhythm of gameplay yet? Is it drafting, shot calling, a combination of all of the above?
First game nerves, right now, if you're Team Spirit, you're just saying, it's fine, just first game, we're gonna bounce back, we're gonna play our style, we're gonna do better here in game 2, game 3, bring it back, win it. But we'll have to see, man, because UALEIKUM, after that first win, they surely have to be feeling absolutely amazing. If they can get themselves a good draft, then Team Spirit definitely have to play a whole lot better than they did in game 1 in order to take them down.
Yeah, we'll see what changes we make as we head into the draft for game 2. And yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. UALEIKUMNIHAO 1 game up in this best of 3 already. And heading into this first phase of bans, Team Spirit starting to deliberate. Storm Spirit will make his appearance. And what's up next? Medusa? Maybe Spirit Breaker joins the ranks again? Doom is still out there?
Probably Spirit Breaker ban again from Team Spirit, especially seeing how last game played out. The fact that UALEIKUM played so aggressive, so run-at-you style Dota. And Team Spirit did ban it last game as well, which I think it would fit very well with how UALEIKUM played. They also showed before they played both on support and on the offlane. We'll see if there's something else that they value higher. I like the Storm Spirit ban though by Team Spirit. It's gonna be a bounty.
It was very annoying.
Yeah, Beksan definitely did some work. I wonder if we're gonna get to see Beksan's pos 4 Clinks in this game. Ooh. He is one of the players that really loves playing pos 4 Clinks. I don't know if he is ready to bust it out here in the competitive scene as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was something we talked about in the first couple of days of play. Have we cast a game of support Clinks yet?
1 game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we got a single one maybe. But it's not really being played that much in competitive yet. It does have some weakness during laning stage. It's very weak until it hits level 6, but then it can be strong. But there's the Spirit Breaker. You don't ban it out. You take it instead. Team Spirit, they have an idea here. They also want to be the aggressors.
So now it's time for Rubik Batrider. Pick up all the heroes that can stop the charge coming in.
Yeah, any form of push is always nice to have. Push him back a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, we still have this Kotl and Pugna out there. Okay, they're not going to be linked up with the Storm Spirit, but we've still seen, Kotl TB.
Yeah.
Pugna with his Alchemist, the ability to stay out on the map for as long as possible, be very potent.
It could go TB, but as well, if you're UALEIKUMNIHAO, I think you should stay true to how you won the last game, right? You won it off aggression, and I think that you want to do something similar to what you just did. Don't change around too much your idea, even though obviously Team Spirit want to be aggressive too. So there we go. They picked the Bloodseeker again and the Techies. If it works, run it back, do it again.
Yeah, deja vu. The same opener yet again. So then, Team Spirit, what do you do with this? Because Bloodseeker was first phase last game and seemed like he was never answered. Is there a hero answer to him? Like, what counters Bloodseeker?
I mean, generally struggles a lot against heroes that buy early Lincoln Spheres. That can be a super good way to deal with him. If he's not allowed to get the Rupture on people, then kind of the hero just crumbles. You have this idea of rupturing and running people down and killing them, but if the Rupture doesn't hit, then sort of the playstyle for Bloodseeker is very hard in team fights. So early like Void Spirit mid can still buy early Lincoln Spheres. You can do it on Universal heroes in general, like Wind Ranger Core. Windrunner used to be really bad against Bloodseeker, but now Lincoln Sphere is like a 40 damage item pretty much for Windrunner, so it's an option. But you gotta get early powerful heroes that can dominate the laning stage a bit more than they did last game.
Make sure you're not literally bleeding away, giving that thirst. There's so much presence in the lane.
Yeah.
I guess like
Unfortunate for
displacement
them,
heroes.
unfortunate for them that Bloodseeker, you don't have Medusa available. They banned the Medusa. Otherwise, Medusa is a great hero against Bloodseeker because she doesn't lose HP.
Team spirits.
Right, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, they go for kill combo. Spirit Breaker Skywrath, a lot of damage there.
Yeah.
That's one way, like pre-Bloodseeker BKB, just destroy him with raw magic damage.
It's a ton of damage, but there's also a potential that you sometimes bash people out of Mystic Flare. I've seen it many times when people run the Spirit Breaker Skywrath. You have to be careful about the positioning on your Sky ulti. Keep in mind that Spirit Breaker wants to use his ulti, so kind of ulti to his side a little bit, so you allow for that bash.
Radiant team.
But yeah, it's a nice start, very aggressive for sure from Team Spirits.
So Morphling's one of those heroes, right? You're mentioning like Lincoln's Spire.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
decently
exactly.
against the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, you could even go. I mean, a lot of those heroes that do kind of get countered by Bloodseeker are also Lincoln Spires. The same, I said Wind Ranger, same
10
Weaver
seconds
is the hero
remaining.
that you can play. Aggressive, high mobility, and
5
can buy
seconds
early
remaining.
early Lincoln Sphere. Also, I've seen quite a bit of success on Weaver in the current patch, though some of it was because his Shukuchi for some reason hit people twice in the beginning of the patch. It was just
Radiant
bugged.
team.
Made it a little bit broken.
Yeah, just double damage. Casual stuff. No
Yeah, I
big
don't mind
deal.
it.
Oh, man. Oh, well, they come. Got a couple of bans to go, and they're being very deliberate, very decisive with what they're doing as they played through game one in the exact same way. Terrorblade joins the Morphling. So getting rid of some of these heavy-hitting Yatoro heroes.
Yeah. I mean, I also would be surprised if Team Spirit are not at least, debating going for what Yatoro has had such success with in pubs and go for that Juggernaut to try and play around that
seconds
sometime.
remaining.
Also provides really great heal for healing up
5
against the Bloodseeker,
seconds
so you don't
remaining.
give him all that speed. You have the healing ward. Could be a useful tool. Interesting option then
Radiant
could just
team
be,
back.
them going for something like a CM Juggernaut on the safe lane and then pick a fighting hero mid.
Oracle ban. They did this last time when they picked the Bat Rider in the second phase. They could
Yeah.
have that shift up of, support Bat Rider.
10
Or mid,
seconds
offlane Bat Rider.
remaining.
Not sure exactly where these heroes are going. As we know, Spirit Breaker is pretty flexible.
5
But
seconds.
Yeah, if
looking at this, it's like likely 3-4 Spirit Breaker Sky, right?
Yeah, if you pick Batrider now, though, it's like 3-4 between Spirit Breaker and Batrider, and it would be hard to know exactly what's going to happen there. So, could be an interesting take. Definitely a little bit signaled here with the Oracle ban, but it could also just be Oracle and Bloodseeker are an insane combo, because Bloodseeker heals so much when he kills people, so False Promise with Bloodseeker is very good as well. And he's one of the better heroes at mitigating a lot of the damage from Skywrath and Spirit Breaker, since they're all
Radiant
magical.
team
You just
pick.
press W and your
Yeah.
teammate is going to be fine.
Spirits turn to pick.
Oh, the Undying. Okay, we were wondering what Bekshan's going to be playing. It's, it could be him on the techies, could be him on the Undying, but definitely lane domination heroes here across the board for UALEIKUMNIHAO.
Yeah, good hero to pair up and try to go against the
10
Spirit Breaker. You
seconds
usually
remaining.
want to see a strength core on the enemy team, or strength support at least, that you
5
can focus on
seconds
bullying
remaining.
out. But Undying should be able to provide a pretty good laning stage here for Bloodseeker. I mean, Blood Undying is very potent. Not the best kill potential, but it's very hard to shut down Bloodseeker's farm, at least on that lane.
Yeah, it's just staying power. You're just permanently in the lane. Like your opponents are buying 3-4 salves and mangoes, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just naturally tanky. And stealing all your strength, healing off of creeps.
Yeah, I feel like Peel could be an option as well for Team Spirit right now.
Team Spirits
Just against
turn
Undying
to
and Techies, it's a pretty good hero. They'll go for the Queen. Okay.
Yeah, so moving up priority, because she was banned last phase in the previous game.
Yeah. Yeah, she was. Taking her a little bit earlier feels like he sees enough here. I mean, there's
10
not really
seconds
any
remaining.
great control. There's the Bloodseeker Silence, which is very slow. Techie Stun, which is
5
again pretty
seconds
slow, and
remaining.
Undying has no control. Queen plays very similar to Spirit Heroes, that she wants to go in and out of the fight and keep relying on her spellcasting and mobility. So I kind of like the idea of Queen here. It does
Radiant
telegraph
team
what you're
pick.
running as a mid lane, though, and gives UALEIKUM the chance to counterpick it.
Venomancer. So with the Queen of Pain, can you still do the thing against Rupture where you move and then blink
Yes.
to stop the...
Yeah, exactly. It's 1300 distance within 0.25 seconds for Rupture.
seconds
If you move greater distance than that within 0.25 seconds, you can avoid taking the
5
damage. So
seconds
Queen,
remaining.
take one step and blink, and you're still fine.
Okay.
But you
nice.
do need to have maxed out blink, though, because
Okay.
blink scales its cast range now. It used to only be scaling the cooldown, but now the cast range is only 1075, 1150, 1225. So she does need level 4 blink before she can do it.
I'll keep our eyes out open for that.
10
Invoker
seconds remaining.
for UALEIKUMNIHAO. So he's one of those heroes we were looking for against Spirit Breaker.
5
Multiple ways to
seconds
stop
remaining.
charges, disengage from fights. Very good at catching the Queen of Pain. And just good against all 4 of these heroes who don't necessarily want or will ever buy first item BKB. Looking
Yeah.
at Queen of Pain buying like a third item BKB.
team
Spirit Breaker,
back.
same kind of story. Yeah.
Team spirits
He's also a
turn
great
to
laner
battle.
against Queen. Queen does a lot of damage with her Q spam, and Invoker is just so sustainable. He can stand against that with points in Quas. That doesn't force him to go Quas Wex. He can go Exort Invoker still with points in Quas and be completely fine as well. So very nice. He has these options
10
open for him here.
seconds
They don't have the greatest setup for the Rupture or for the Sunstrike possibly, but even so, I
5
think Exort
seconds
looks
remaining.
very appealing here.
Queen spams Q against
Radiant
Quas.
team back.
Got some
Yes.
tongue twister going on that mid lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, this Viper just a permanent mainstay ban against UALEIKUM. You don't want to be playing into it. Very nasty hero, along with the Underlord. While on the opposing side, banning out Yatoro heroes, the Naga, enjoying the TB and the Morphling. And you mentioned the
10
PL.
seconds
Is he
remaining.
still potential here for them?
I think so. It looks
5
very
seconds
playable to do
remaining.
PL for Team Spirit. They could even think about something else. Again, I still think that Juggernaut is a
Team
possibility for them.
spirits turn to
I was
pick.
gonna say that Anti-Mage is a possibility, but it felt stupid because Bloodseeker is already picked. But they ban Anti-Mage, so they agree as well in UALEIKUM that AM would fit the bill pretty good here. AM is great against Undying and great against Techies and Invoker. So while you do have one counter hero,
10
you have 3 heroes that are
seconds
just
remaining.
not good against AM. So interesting to see. They go for a ban that I definitely also felt like maybe you need to respect this.
Right, Yatoro. Let's show us what you've been practicing in your pubs. I've seen you've played a bunch of different heroes, but you mentioned that Juggernaut as one of his
Radiant
big ones.
team pick.
Void or
Last pick for Team
Juggernauts, let's
Spirit.
go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we get to see Yatoro try his pub success hero. He's had like 1 loss and like 15 wins or something streaks on this hero. Absolutely amazing. I played his exact style of Jugger as well. I've copied his item build. I've studied it. I've used it. So let's see how well it works. Downside
5
is people
seconds
know
remaining.
exactly what he wants to do, right? It's been very highlighted, the success that he's been having, but it's still a good build overall, and I think it scales extremely well. So we'll see if UALEIKUMNIHAO have the answer here. I'm saying maybe go Legion Commander.
Oh,
Maybe Legion. It's a good hero against Juggernaut. You need something here to control him, and even though it can be risky to duel when the enemy has like Skywrath ulti, a Queen ulti, they need a hero that can actually just reliably lock down and fight.
that sounds pretty cool. I guess you've got no better options. Beastmaster gone, Doom gone, Enigma gone.
You can Bloodseeker offlane and put some other hero carry as well as an option they still have. Doesn't have to be that Bloodseeker needs to be the carry. He can be played as an offlane hero together with Techies as well. And matching up against the Juggernaut in lane, pretty hard for you to get a good spin on Bloodseeker because it's so fast.
Choose your
Okay, there you go
hero.
Visage.
This is something you've been calling for in previous games, along with the techies. A lot of burst damage, but do you feel good about it in this one?
Not fantastic. I think Visage is a good hero overall, but I'm not sure that it solves the problems that they were having here. It should give them a pretty good lane, though, if you pair up the Shergrat Visage here together with Vexan on Undying, most likely.
Okay.
And you can lower the enemy HP, nuke them with the W. The Soul Assumption should do terrible damage here. And Team Spirits, they have some pretty good lanes. It's going to be Collapse, by the way, playing the Spirit Breaker. It's going to be the core, as we expected. It could have been Collapse on Venomancer as well, which I would be less excited for. But now he's going to play the Tempo hero.
Yeah, I mean, I often look at these lanes and I don't know, I just have this vivid memory of Jabs playing off-lane Visage against, I'm pretty sure it was Juggernaut Crystal Maiden lane, and just died 7 times in the first 5 minutes, right? Venomancer Jug, a lot of slow against a slow hero like Visage. Shergrat's going to be so careful with his positioning.
It can be similar, yeah. The Venomous Gale into spin is very, very potent, and it can be hard to get away from. So we'll see how effective it's going to be in this matchup here.
And we'll find out. Game 2 coming up. Quick message from EGB first, though.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And away we go. Game 2 met with a pause as I got a bit freaked out there in the intros, which you guys don't see, hidden behind the screen. Juggernaut with some Alien versus Predator weird alien noises coming out.
Yeah, there's the Juggernaut Arcana doing some nice noises. I love it. It looks so good.
Well, I'm going to start out with a smoke. 5 heroes traversing down to that bottom right-hand corner of the map. Look to get their lane wards out, safeguard some bounty runes. And Team Spirit with some work to do. Now, 1 game down in a best of 3 against a team that really you should be 2-0ing in quick fashion. UALEIKUM putting up a real strict fight.
UALEIKUM also sitting right now underneath a nice ward that they placed. But Team Spirit doing pretty much what we saw them do in the previous game as well. Sitting back and controlling, trying to go for both the river runes here. UALEIKUM though, they could swing around.
Yeah, I see that Yatro's got a new hairstyle. He's gone redhead. Gone ginger like me. But if he loses this game, probably gonna have to shave it all off again and go god mode.
Shave it for your daughter gods.
Yep.
He's saving that though. He's saving. He's gonna sacrifice his red hair for TI. That's the plan.
Reclaim his soul, because as you know, redheads have no souls. Even if you dye your hair, you lose it.
You lose your soul. Well, he's just borrowed his soul to someone else for now. Then. At least he can regain it.
Shadow Fiend comes along, knocking on your door. Well, immediate D-ward from the Undying. Very nice. So no mid-ward there for Lal. Queen of Pain against Invoker.
You get so much experience for D-warding. Look at Undying. 70 EXP. How is that fair?
Yeah.
Supports are being overpaid, man.
Shh.
They get too much.
Stop talking.
I think everyone is crying about supports getting too little now with the output changes and so on, but really, the stacking and the wards, I'm on to you.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Shergrat's going to go through the twin gate and head up top. So yeah, you're right. Undying Visage lane against this Veno Juggernaut. And start clicking into Yatoro as often, as frequently as you can in his first couple of levels. I mean, pretty important to hit level 2 quickly, it feels like, in this lane in particular.
Yes, definitely. So in fact, the Undying is going to get there a little bit faster, and that he has a bit of experience. He can step to his side, you know, possibly giving level 2 to Visage earlier as well. Just very nice for their team. He's going to get the D-ward on the big camp, but Veno is like, hold up, blocking this again, and sentries are used.
And make sure you keep that lane equilibrium where you want it, exactly in front of that tier 1. Yatoro 3 and 3. Getting plenty of eyes in that first couple of waves. Yeah, things look pretty sound up there. And mid lane, Invoker against Queen of Pain. Mid lanes, I don't know, they're still kind of boring in some regards. It's just trading back and forth, buying regen, getting runes. Is there anything quirky or interesting we could see out of this mid lane?
I mean, you can still make outplays. It's just the boring part is that it's just a 1v1, right? For the spectator or for others. Look at top though. Nice dive here on the Poshka.
Yeah, get the kill on Venomancer. I was talking about how Visage can be quite sluggish and easy to pick off. Venomancer's no different.
Yeah,
gets run
literally
down.
a slug.
Yeah.
Not just sluggish, he's slug.
Oh, and the healing ward snipe as well. Sugar Rat takes a few tower hits. Oh, he's all right with that. Do you get the Gale onto Baekjan? Level 1 spin. Oh, you can see Yatoro. He doesn't want to use a spin at level 1. He wants some more experience to try and get it up there, but he has to do it to get the kill. And a blood grenade from Imposhko and Sugar Rat as well. Poison Sting is there for the Venom. He can just whittle away at this Visage and get another kill.
Yeah. Easy kill for him. And the top lane turns around a little bit there. Wasn't the best start initially there with the Venomancer dying, but they come back and in full force. The lane swings back, and the CS is looking so clean for Yatoro so far. 13 and 7 versus the 5 and 1 on Visage. This lane's not going well for UALEIKUM.
Oh yeah. Across the board. Looks good for the Dire. Queen of Pain outlasting the Invoker mid by about a wave. Down bottom, they attempted to go on the Skywrath, but Mira using that tree line to give cover, while Miposhka getting hit by that Soul Assumption, and Baekjan should be able to take this one down. Ooh, Miposhka. It's tanky enough. Requires the Tombstone to be thrown out there to secure the kill.
Yeah, he only has 1 point in the decay, so it can't kill. It's non-lethal on level 1. It only steals your base strength, so you can't actually finish anyone off with that. So has to use the Tombstone, but at least he does get that in the end. And he's not going to get the D-ward here. Puts down the sentry while next to a Juggernaut. Let me tell you, Juggernaut hits a lot faster than you. Almost twice the attack speed, so easy D-ward.
Yeah, not happening on his watch.
Oh, Techie's gonna go down here. Blood grenaded up.
Yeah, I mean, look at that collapse, level 3. 1800 net worth. Getting the job done with Mira. And Spirit Breaker has been a hero in Team Spirit's wheelhouse for quite some time. I think like a year and a half, 2 years back, there were these talks of collapsed Spirit Breaker. Now he's found a patch, a meta where he can just whack it out and say, hey, this is an incredible hero.
Yeah. But look at Palantimos, he's getting a bit of speed from the Skywrath being sort of low, so he goes up, trades hits, and then back, getting his HP back by last hitting again.
It's so nice seeing Undying and Visage lane together again. These two, maybe think back 5-6 years ago, I'm just going to keep on reminiscing, but the kings of tri-lanes. We don't see tri-lanes too often anymore.
Yeah.
Not even just pairing up together, looking very good.
Really good at tri-lane, but not as good against the Blade Fury of Juggernauts. And right now, Undying in trouble here, possibly.
And Miposhka with the raindrops. Tank through the Visage damage. Juggernaut chases forward with a spin and the Gale. And just like you said, a Blade Fury. Oh, good deny, Sugar Rat. Kills off the Undying and turns and dishes out some serious damage to Yatoro as well.
Yeah, good damage, but has the healing ward here for sustain. Puts it behind himself. Micros it back. Don't want to lose it. Oh, it's gonna go down though.
It dies, and a Sunstrike down bottom gets Chira kill on Mira. Mary and Palantimos couldn't quite finish off Collapse, but looks like he's gonna have to make the walk back to Fountain, heal himself up. While looking top again, it's just bouncing back and forth, ping-ponging from side lane to side lane. As we see some more aggression from UALEIKUMNIHAO onto Miposhka and Yatoro. A TP's coming in here though, as it looks like Skywrath Mage wanting to join the fight. And Sugar Rat very low, but the concussive shot tags the Undying. They'll focus him instead. Sunstrike's there, and Yatoro sniped by it. Chira Jr. Now the turnaround play on Miposhka. UALEIKUM, they're not going to lose anybody here. They're going to get 2 kills, and Mira the third one to fall as well. He's going to stay alive. No, he does die. Baekjan will chase Mira to the ends of the earth to finish off this kill with a final decay. Mary even making his way up here. But my god, that Sunstrike was glorious.
That was perfect Sunstrike for sure. Chira Jr. getting a nice one, but Shield were now taken by Laurel, chasing Chira a little bit here. But again, that Quas keeping him alive and healthy. You can see why it's so hard to pressure Invoker as Queen mid. They're pretty even on last hits, but a lot of denies though on this Invoker. 14 denies on the mid lane, so doing a great job so far.
Yeah, I kind of like that we're looking at net worth now, because even though last hit values were looking very good for Team Spirit in the first 2-3 minutes. And net worth wise, it's the Radiant coming out on top. 3 of their cores are up there. Visage top of the net worth. Sitting pretty just ahead of the Juggernaut. And now, yeah, I mean, 7 minutes in, laning stage is breaking down properly. You've got mobility heroes with Spirit Breaker, Queen of Pain. Sky is rotating around, as is this Techies.
Yeah, honestly, I feel so confused when I see that the Visage is number 2 in net worth, like so farmed, because he's the lowest in CS, and he only has 2 kills. I don't really understand fully, but he does have a lot of assists, I suppose. He's gotten some AoE gold for that.
Well, they
Now
chucked the
he's in
Gale.
danger.
That sugar out, yeah, looks like it. Down to half HP with a couple of whacks of Yataro's sword. Mary and Bakshan, yeah, can't really fight toe-to-toe with Yataro up in that top lane. That's a nice juicy kill on the Visage. As bottom looks like Team Spirit getting in on top of the Bloodseeker. And Palantimos does have a bit of backup coming. Techies and Bloodseeker trying to fight down bottom against Collapse and Mirror. I think it's come to an end pretty quickly.
Yeah, just back to CSing, trying to get the health back, holding, you know, hands of steel here on the healing Lotus and Fair Fire. Don't need to use them. Save those for when you really, really need the heal. Venomancer trying to control top rune. Invoker coming over.
Let's see what we get. Down bottom is a haste. And Juggernaut just spinning out some creep camps. Doesn't want to show his face in lane when everyone's starting to move around. And down bottom, Palantimos. That's the damage we needed from Spirit. Rotate with these heavy-hitting heroes. Get the kill on the carry. And now move into mid. WALEIKUM are on Miposhka. Cold Snap, Blood Grenade, Sunstrike. Easy peasy.
Yeah, and Haste Rune gonna go the way of Queen of Pain here as well. She can bottle herself up a bit, even get a bottle charge over to Sky. Going on the Invoker. They have ulti.
Oh, with that Ancient Seal. Magic damage. Ooh. Gets the fountain barely.
That was clutch.
Scary stuff.
Happy to survive there on Chia Jr. And he does get his boots as well for his walk back to the lane. He has Midas boots. Feeling pretty happy with this farm so far.
Yeah, I mean, look, looking at that top lane, getting a bit of damage on the tier 1 with a Visage. Mary setting up bottom, just trying to guard the Bloodseeker as Palantimos tries to scrape together a bit of farm down there. And Techie's going to connect up top, it looks like, through the Twin Gate.
Yeah, it's joining in. I mean, before Veno has too many points in Veno wards, he can't really defend that well against the Visage here.
Yeah, the wars are free food for the familiars.
Yeah, they really are.
Too many F's in that sentence for my brain.
Want to go back to the Queen and the Qs?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Miposhka does find a nice Observer Ward D ward. I see what Juggernaut does. He's got Omnislash ready. Mary wiggling his butt like a cat ready to pounce. Looking to strike in to Miposhka and Yataro. And reconsidering his option. They're just poking at this a little bit. Trying to force Team Spirit into an awkward spot where they have to defend this tier 1 with numbers. Showing a hero here, then disguising it, hiding it. It's like sleight of hand from WALEIKUM. Like, are we 3 or 4 up here? Are we 2 down bottom? Where are we going? You don't know.
Yeah, not really hard committing for something. They tried to get a Rupture bottom on the Spirit Breaker, but he backed out wisely in time as well. All the while, though, they're just farming away on the Invoker. I think Invoker could make it one move to a side lane here and try to commit for the towers. Otherwise, they should just keep farming and trying to get kind of slow and chill. However, if they don't speed it up, Juggernaut is the top farmer right now.
He's racing away. Shira dies to the 3 heroes mid. This collapsed Spirit Breaker can be anywhere at any time. Yataro forced to spin up top. Tombstone's dropped and Miposhka throws all the poison at Bakshan and Sugarat. But Yataro has to Omnislash here. Buy himself a bit of time to run away. Still tagged up and Palantimos rotates in to get the final swipes in. Another huge kill as Collapse charges. Onto the Undying, finds the pick off there. Another strike. Visage, low and dead. Palantimos now left to his own devices as Team Spirit clear up. Tombstone, Familiars, couple of kills. And here a Sunstrike. Yeah, Chira Jr. snipes Miposhka.
Yeah, another on-point Sunstrike. Chia Jr. doing great on his Invoker so far. Some clutch connections and a good defense by Team Spirit, but the fact that he gets that Sunstrike at the very end of it, they do get something back, and now pushing mid instead. Alacrity catapults, take his mines.
Yeah, Lal struggling just to clear out Forge Spirits. And feels the
they
pain
do a
from the
lot of
cold
damage.
snap. Even more proxy mines. Mira trying to regen up here, low on mana. And a Sunstrike nearly landing on Lal. Don't know if it would have killed him, but it would have definitely brought him very low.
Yeah, more of a harass attempt. Rune spawning. Got him, Rune. It's gonna be an illusion rune taken by the Spirit Breaker there. Queen blinked forward, so he definitely wanted it, but a little bit too late. You snooze, you lose, Queen.
And Collapse gets a bounty rune as well. But a very even game coming out of the laning stage. Pretty much dead even in kills and net worth, all the metrics you can imagine. I'm just looking at this net worth pack of heroes. Like you mentioned, Jugs at the top, and he is out farming everybody. But the 3 cores on WALEIKUM looking very good to bridge the gap into mid game.
They are. They're looking great. The downside is, though, that the Juggernaut, I feel like he's going to ramp up much more than the rest of them. Not just because he's ahead a little bit, but because of this item build. He's going for this Battle Fury. It's a very greedy build, but once he gets it, he's going to be speeding up the game. That's why I would almost like to see Invoker get involved more in exerting pressure. As I say that, though, they took the mid tower, they took the top tower. Things are going well for WALEIKUM in the, removal of tier 1 tower and map control.
Yeah, it just feels like they need to give a little bit more free room to this Bloodseeker to get up and running. They had a spectacular game. One. Not as easy this time around. It looks like Spirit going to find Mary hiding in the trees here. Yeah, Illusion scout out the techies. Another strike there from Collapse with the Mystic Flare, making sure he doesn't bash him out of that Scarlet ulti. But look at WALEIKUM come in. 3 heroes trying to catch up to Mira. Bloodright and a Rupture. Any stuns though. The TP out successful.
Yeah, even gets Maelstrom procs, but not enough to kill, of course. No damage for that, really, and people weren't close enough there. Good find by Team Spirit, and they get away with a nice little move that creates a lot of space for the Queen and the Juggernaut to farm up.
Tower is under attack.
Right, Invoker. He's going to have his Octarine core so very quickly. What does he need, like 2.5k? And he'll have it.
Yeah, it's a greedy rush build here.
3.122 to 1.28. Team Spirit is still favored, but you never know what's going to happen. We'll see what this smoke brings. Lal leading. Oh, they saw the Invoker a second ago, but he's tucked in a little deeper in the jungle. High ground ward from Spirit as well.
Might go around there, but they get some vision down. Sadly, though, they're too late. They're going to try and steal the Wisdom Rune, but it's already taken here by the side of Radiant, so this move is just not connecting for Team Spirit.
They're spending a lot of time getting very little. Bakshan's already been there, cleared the whole place out. Visage hiding. An Undying showing. Gonna get charged at. 5 heroes gonna connect on this Undying very quickly. I don't think there's any response, and Visage gonna show himself as well. Queen of Pain has blinked in. A lot of damage with his amplifier from the Undying. Oh, the Mystic Flare doesn't even finish off the Visage there. Yatoro has to Omni Slash into them all as the proxy mines are blowing up, and they will clear them out.
Okay, so 3 kills for them, really big, and it's nighttime now, so Roshan's moving up top. They could go for Rosh immediately if they want. They're not gonna go for it. Instead, just gonna go for the farm.
Yeah, decent swing there, 1200.
Queen dying feels bad for her though. She's the weakest out of the core heroes at this point, but Juggernaut is very happy with the way that fight went. Getting 2 kills. Just scaling. Full Yasha complete now for him.
Yeah, after opening the world on his shoulders. It feels like he can carry this one 1v5.
If he gets all his items that he wants, then yeah, he could definitely hard carry this game. He's gonna go for the same build that he usually does. Man style coming up. Bottom lane as well. They're getting nice damage now. Laurel is actually taking a tier 1 tower here with just a catapult. Nobody wants to play down here. Easy tower.
Oh, Radiant take their foot off the gas for a bit. Shogun alone top. 3 of them starting to invade that northern jungle. Invoker going to clear out some camps. It doesn't look like they're really looking for a proper team fight, just taking a bit of territory. Make sure Team Spirit aren't too comfortable hard pushing or committing on that tier 1 up there. Visage just starting things off with a Rod of Atos, a couple of familiar stuns. Drawing the attention of Collapse's Spirit Breaker as he shows up. The blast off is in. Visage nearly dead, but the tombstone well placed and another good Bloodright. Visage dead, but should trade his life for the Collapse Spirit Breaker. Well, they can't chase for more though. Juggernaut has already evacuated, and out goes the Veno.
You can tell Yatoro didn't want any part of that. He's like, I'm gonna TP out, even though I have a charge coming in, even though we can kill this guy. I'm not taking a fight. I don't have Omnislash just yet. Just want to go back, hit creeps, and that's his game plan. He wants to scale and get big this game, but so is also the game plan of this Invoker and the Bloodseeker. So Invoker is kind of the silent hero in this game so far. He's added some Sun Strikes. Looking at Queen now, maybe.
Oh, Solar Crest done on the Scarlet Mage already. Add a bit more oomph to that Juggernaut. And Miposhka sees the TPing techies. And Team Spirit, some pretty good deep vision here. One near the mid lane. Does see people coming in, but Lar's still going to get rooted up and killed off quickly. Rod of Atos, Visage. That just additional little bit of lockdown, really helping out.
Yeah, lockdown, and also, you know, Visage became a universal hero, so going for Rod of Atos is pretty much the single best universal hero item in the early game. Gives a ton of different stats, so his right click damage really gets amplified a lot by this.
Okay, now, in my experience, in Dota 2, I've been flamed a lot for double mechs and double pipes and double Crimson Guards. Double Solar Crest here from Team Spirit. Miposhka is buying one when Mira already has one?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I am not sure. Not sure if he actually is gonna finish the entire thing. Yeah, he has the medallion, so there used to be an era of putting medallion plus Solar Crests. You know, one goes for one and one goes for the other. Oh my god, did you see that?
Blast him away from the charge, see ya!
And then he stunned him before he connected. He was close enough behind. That looked unreal. Timing.
Oh, techies, what a hero. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because we had that Spirit Bear patch, right? You put Solar and...
I think this is a miscommunication.
Medallion.
That's all.
Yeah, looks
or a
like
lack
it.
of communication about what you're going for, because you don't really want to have two Solar Crests. I guess you can always, you know, have one guy put it defensively on Juggernaut and one guy put it offensively to minus armor. Because Jug definitely wants the attack speed when the Omni slashes.
That's true. Collapse coming in hot. Sugarat. Yeah, I think too tanky here. And Raiden have a sentry down. So they see Collapse invis, Tombstone out. Quite a lot of damage coming his way, but with the Queen of Pain and the Juggernaut arriving, they'll turn and fight this. Collapse still alive, a Sonic Wave and another charge, clipping two of them, bashing them back, and the Tombstone's dead. Juggernaut focused it out, and Queen of Pain forced to try and blink away, but now Blink's on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Deathling Blast and the meatball into the lol quap, and she's dead. Jug and Spirit Breaker get through the gate, quickly escape. The Omni Slash comes into the middle of them all. Oh my god! Oh, the cleave! Holy shit, he just destroyed them 1v5. Two heroes die. Bloodseeker nearly collapsed.
That was a perfect Omni Slash right there. So much damage. I want to see a damage stat. Oh, he did 4.4k damage, and all of that damage happened in, you know, pretty much 2 seconds. That was some pretty wild damage.
I mean, that fight looked real sad for Team Spirit until it didn't.
Yeah, he definitely salvaged what was a bad fight. Because before that, they just lost the Queen and looked like they were going to lose more control, but he finds a good opening there on Yatoro. And this is also where we see they don't have a good hero against Juggernaut. They didn't go for the lockdown of a Legion commander or something reliable like an Axe or Legion, you know, like any of those two. Instead, they have the Visage, who is a good hero, but it does not solve Juggernaut's Omni Slash or Blade Fury.
I guess with a Shard, maybe the Visage can like bait it out.
True, true. Yeah, Shard would at least help himself, but Riskus, he just kills everyone else.
Yeah, that's true. And Miposhka, wandering a little close to enemy high ground there. Walked up a staircase to his own death. And Lal gonna blink back. Sees a couple of neutral camps, but might stick around a little too long. Shograt's coming across.
For Team Spirit. They take both.
Very nice. And what is that? 3.2k XP? Because you double it, right?
Yeah, you double it. Because it's 840 each, and then it gives it twice. Yeah,
Pretty hefty
and then
stuff.
if you think about it, it's also a swing, right? Because you're getting it, the opponent is not getting it. So
yeah,
versus the opponent taking it. 6k experience swing.
And Roshan for EEU. Tormentor for Team Spirit. Trying to make sure they get that before the aggression comes sprinting down that bottom lane. Spirit, they are ahead, but about 4,000. Majority of that is on the Juggernaut, who's closing in on a Butterfly.
Yeah, he's almost ready. I mean, we saw the damage he did with just Battlefear Manta. When Butterfly is up, that Omnislash would actually kill everything.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh yeah, he would go instant rampage. Who needs RP and vacuum when you've just got a Juggernaut and a clump of heroes? It's like you're splashing off of all these familiars and stuff like that. Forge Spirits helping out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this carry builds, I played carry quite a bit in this patch, but this build on Juggernaut feels so nice.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
A bit of a difference starting to appear. Gold, experience, even Dota 2 win probability.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
63% for the Dire.
I'm seeing Invoker queuing up the BKB. 3k golds.
And we did get the Solar Crest from Venom, so they've got the double Solar.
Yeah. Oh, taking out the Tormentor. Dropped pretty low for doing so, but that's gonna be Techi's Shard.
And Techie's being pinged out right now. Sugar at the first point of contact though. Mystic Flare slowed down and killed off. And Techie's going to TP out of there without taking a scratch.
Yeah. Then also got the Shard from Tormentor himself, so he has the latent toxicity. If you're going for that BKB on Invoker, then Venom could suddenly ruin your dreams. Some taunting by Collapse.
What's he doing?
I just standing around, literally taunting in front of the Invoker while in Shadow Walk though, but he was underwater. Oh, there's the Omni.
Oh,
He walked a little bit too close. Meanwhile, top.
Getting on top of the Invoker now. And he's got that second life. Nice dust, Tornado, but the Mystic Flare clears through him as Collapse goes for the TP home. Control comes from the Rod of Atos, and, well, Yatoro gonna pause the game up here just to watch his offlaner die.
Yeah, it's a toxic pause for his teammates. You know, he's flaming him right now. What are you doing? What are you thinking, wasting your TP like that?
Hey, what are you doing dying? I just got to kill bottom. You're dying up top. Okay, you got the Aegis, but retreat time for Team Spirit. Palantimos and Chira. Moving forward, advancing on the Venomancer.
This is a lot of chasing though. This takes a
Yeah,
while.
it is. Hiding in the trees, dodging the tornado, gets himself the distance, and he's out of there.
It's not gonna connect. And meanwhile, tier 2 tower got taken by the Juggernaut. If you TP too many heroes to react, that means Juggernaut is just going for objectives. And look at him. He's just pushing towards mid.
Nobody wants to face off against him.
Pretty much.
He's the strongest hero on this map by far. Yeah, gets off the spin so the tornado doesn't hit him. Off he goes, back to farm some ancients and keep accelerating even more.
I think it's a big thing in this game that they don't have a single tool against the Blade Fury Spin. Anytime I see Juggernaut, that's why I was calling it in the draft, you want to have something to threaten him so he can't feel safe enough to go for the tier 2 tower the way he did bottom. Because now, I think you just have to go Basher on Bloodseeker. He's going for the Manta style, but if you don't have any single threat for a Juggernaut, he's gonna have a fair, completely clean game.
Yeah, do we get Scythe of Ice on Invoker? Does that help out?
Yes, yeah, it would. I think he's going for it, right? Changed his mind from the BKB as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got the Mystic Staff and the Void Stone already, so he just needs 400 more gold. He has the entire Hex, and that will be the first tool that they have to actually kill the Juggernaut.
Finally. I mean, he died twice in lane. 7, 2, and 4 with 300 last hits now. And look at him, he's just spinning in the mid lane. I don't know if that was a misclick for the Manta style, but he's safe nonetheless.
He's out of there.
Now Miposhka gets some de-warding done. Pairing up with Mira. Sat behind the Queen of Pain to protect her for now.
Yeah. Queen has a greater healing Lotus, by the way, for the next fight.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice thing for her.
But I love these collapse item builds. He did it a lot on his Primal Beast. This phase, Tranquils, phase, drums into Boots of Bearing, the double boots build.
True. Yeah, he's played this on Primal Beast so many times. It's a similar hero. Smoke out mid.
Lol. Nice illusion rune, but the Scythe of Ice gets shown off. Blow up the Queen of Pain. Move on to the next target, but Team Spirit good at scrambling.
That was the Hex reveal. He thought they were safe, and he would have been safe if it wasn't for the fact that they have Hex as well. He had Yules on Queen and the mini cheese like we talked about, but Hex will put an end to his plans.
What's the move from Welcome now? They're kind of gathered up. There's no Roshan to take. There's no objective, no tier 1 in the mid lane.
I think you
Are they looking for a fight?
Yeah, I think you keep looking for fights around your Hex. You can do the same thing to Juggernaut.
I mean, Visage, he's going to get gone on straight away. And look at that damage. Nearly kills him off, but the Yatoro has spent his Omni Slash.
Yeah, it jumped away for the birds. He split his birds away from his hero and got a little bit lucky. The Omni Slash followed the birds, not the hero. Now is a great time to fight. Now it's go time for UALEIKUM. They did smoke right on top of a ward though. So, Team Spirit, they know this.
It's just so funny watching this Bloodseeker with the Techie shard on him. Having that reactive taser, just sprinting around, wobbling all over the place. Supersonic. Sprinting across the map.
Double scan. Oh, they step into it. They know exactly where they are now. Team Spirit.
Oh, well, they come backing up though. Feeling a bit tentative about that movement into enemy triangle.
Yeah.
Don't want to go there if Spirit are 5 heroes strong.
Also, Yatoro is going for a counter to that taser from Techies. He's going for a nullifier already. Trying to prepare some form of dispel.
The map gets scary now for UALEIKUM. Spirit Break is charging all over the place. Got Queen of Pain with mobility.
And they get the runes
again.
Yeah. So much experience. 4,480 experience just taking those 2 runes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's wild.
That's a 9k experience swing. That's how I like to view it.
How many you got there? Level 14 Veno and Sky. Techies and Dying both level 12. A pretty big difference appearing. And Visage level 14 while Spirit Breaker is 17.
Yeah, that's also huge. And that's because Collapse hasn't been scared to go anywhere. He's just charging around, playing that Spirit Breaker. Now it is Spirit smoking under a ward.
And charging straight forward. Lekshan, can he get spells off? Tombstone down. Still has this ability to jump into it, but he's about to die. The Tombstone focused by Yatoro. Chira Jr. running away with a tornado onto the 2 of them. Keeps them at bay, but the Omni Slash is there. Yatoro slices both cores with 1 ult, and Shogurat trapped in the midst of battle. Familiars will try and protect him. They chase out Miposhka and get the kill on the Venomancer, but the rest of UALEIKUM being picked apart 1 by 1. Yatoro and Collapse will stick on the Visage and find the damage they need to give him a triple kill on the Jug, while Lol dives and finds the Techies. A Team White emerges as Team Spirit wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, Team Wipe, but not only that, I think also the Couriers are possibly in danger. Actually, no, he's fine with the Courier. It's allowed to be there. Walks right by the Bloodseeker Courier. He's got birds on his mind. Skywrath wants to be the only thing flying around here.
I mean, all these swings with the Wisdom runes. I mean, this fight was like a 10k XP swing, 4k net worth swing.
Massively ahead now. A lot of it comes back to Juggernaut, right? This is a game of him hard carrying. Every single fight, he's killing everything. Sure, Collapse did provide some good lockdown there, and Lauren did chase down the last straggler, but it is Juggernaut just single-handedly winning the fight for them.
Man, Bloodseeker still not going for Basher, going Butterfly next. In desperate need of some kind of control to... You need 100 to 0 this Juggernaut. If he gets any opportunity to ulti you, it's fight over.
Yeah,
With the
now he
DD
gets
rune
the
now.
DD rune. Bottling it up.
And Aghanim's isn't that far away for him either.
Yeah, and even the Swift Slash does enough damage to nearly kill people at this point. Oh,
Okay,
the Hex.
oh, he spins. He just feels it coming.
Nah, he saw it. The Invoker was walking by. Invoker wasn't in smoke there and walked under the Observer and Sentry.
Oh, he just ghost walked.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Yatoro survives. And now vying for control around his next Roche, who is up in 30 seconds as we know. But both teams going to have in their mind that it could be up already. Dire Vision is here on the Twin Gate, and they smoke to play into it. Radiant scan, trying to deward high ground with the Techies. Bloodseeker comes across as well.
1 second to a charge. He's getting ready to go in.
Just has to find the target.
Anyone he sees, I think he's about to go.
Visage. Don't step too far forward. Proxy mines, familiars, plague wars. It's a proxy war. The Cold War kicks off. No
Rush
heroes fighting.
backstabs them.
Roshan killing off a healing ward in the pit.
Get out of my home.
Forge Spirit on Plague Ward action, and now Walikum gonna smoke. Another attempt to wrap around.
I can report
Queen of
back that
Pain.
Forge Spirit did win against the Venoward.
Nice. Important information.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Undying's leading. He gets scouted. Smoke breaks. Plague Ward's there. Nullifier. And a tombstone
Early
dropped.
Tombstone. They can
Not
avoid
the
the area
ideal.
now.
Yeah, not the ideal placement for it.
They're just going Roche. They're like, okay, great.
Sunstrike will see into the pit. How do you start this fight now? You Scythe of Ice on the Jug. Bloodrite and Rupture. Scout it out with the Bloodrite. Force the spin of Yatoro. Pretty early one. Trying to reset around the fringes of the pit here. They're all concaved around the Roche area and charge. And it moves in. Invoker, Mystic flared and killed immediately. Omni Slash going to work on Roche as they
Killing
charge
Roche.
forward onto Bekshan. Yules will catch the Visage now as well. Stop his retreat. And Team Spirit is running rampant over their opponents, clearing through them one by one. This might just be game over. Doesn't seem like there's a chance to fight into this. A double kill for Collapse. Yatoro unstoppable with an Aegis in hand. Team Spirit going to look towards this enemy base now.
This is looking so much more like the Team Spirit we expected in game one. I mean, here they come in and just absolutely, you know, they're so far ahead. They're dominating every single Wisdom rune. They're taking objectives. They're playing cleanly. You know, the only thing is Laurel didn't have the best start, but look at him. He's still playing aggressively here, exerting his control.
Yeah, get out of here, Bloodseeker. Stop farming. Go back to your fountain, hide and cower away in the well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Yatoro just working on buildings.
Bottom tower
Tier 3,
has fallen.
melee barracks. Plenty on the menu for him to take his pick. Oh, he's going to cut into the trees. Undying, hello. Pokes his head around the corner. Goes back to hitting the barracks. And the spin away. He doesn't have a TP, just going to walk it back.
Still has the Swift Slash if someone commits to him. He can turn it around, Manta style, Swift Slash. Still fights. That's another lane of racks. Charge.
Charge.
Oh my god,
Collapse.
he's so fast.
He's ruptured now. Did dodge the tornado. Down to
And the
about half
rupture
health. And where's the rest of Team Spirit? Come on. Save
There's
your off
no
laner.
duration. Bulldoze is too good.
Bulldoze. Super strong. Well, I get the rod of Atos and a blood right thrown out there, but it feels like this is the dying moments of Waleikum here in game 2. Just trying to hold back Team Spirit as best they can, but they'll swiftly shift up towards top lane. There's a tier 2 and a fresh set of barracks for them to claim there.
Yeah, they're just going for more push. No reason to slow down, really. And, see, Juggernaut's got full MKB coming in soon on the courier. He still has his power treads if he wants to sell them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, that noise of Juggernaut hitting anything is just music to my ears.
It's so
Is it a
fast.
hero? Is it a creep? Is it a tormentor? Don't know. Don't care. It just sounds nice. A tormentor screaming in pain as Yatoro solos it.
Spirit Breaker has the planar pocket ability now.
Woo!
Maybe he can tank a rupture. Steal Hex.
Oh, I get Lol caught up in the Hex. A quick pick there, but bit eager for Lol to be pushing out there with no Aegis and no buyback. Dead for 70 seconds.
Yeah,
This is just an indication of like, okay, I'm dead. Yatoro, go. Yeah, 1v5, killed them all.
yeah, they're just gonna go and take the Wisdom runes again. This time 1400. Well, what are we up to now? What's the swing on this?
Oh, jeez.
2,800 to
5.6.
5,600. So 10,000, 1,200 experience swing.
So was that 11,200?
Yeah, I think that's it.
And then you add that to the 8k from the previous one and the 6k from the previous one. All these wisdom runes, like 20k swings in total. Oh, they've got a charge on the Invoker. Hello. Collapse stays invis right next to him. Ghost walk into Nether Strike. Just trying to buy a bit of time because you can see the pink marker on the map. The big man's coming. Yatoro. He's not going to get there in time, though.
He's very slow. He has no boots.
That is true.
He slashes
Slash
the creep. Yeah. He had such plans.
Oh, yeah, he did. Well, Aghanim Scepter and bots queued up for Yatoro next. And we did see the Butterfly just finished off by the Bloodseeker. Nearly at his Aghanim Shard as well.
Are under attack.
This room for Queen. I don't think they're gonna wait too much longer here before they want to push, since the Aegis is ticking down. 50 seconds. This is go time for Team
Radiant's
Spirit.
courier has been killed.
Shograt loses Perseverance there on his courier. That would have been the Atos, the Lotus Orb.
Yeah, it could have been big.
And that's one of the ways to deal with Juggernaut. Lotus the Omnislash target and bounce it back.
Right now he's pushing tower.
Not really too much you can do to stop him. You root him for a second, get a few familiar stuns on Yatoro. Still has Aegis for 20 seconds. You can just look to reset. Wait for this healing wall to come back off cooldown, or you can just charge into the enemy base. Mystic Flare, charge, another strike. They put the Visage in the Tombstone, but the South Device can hold back the Juggernaut. Aegis in 5 seconds will be reclaimed. Yatoro maybe has to be a little wary of his positioning as a good tornado will clip onto him. In we move with Mary and Palantibos charging onto Yatoro. The timing, no, not working out. Omnislash cleaves them in twain, and Shogurat in trouble as well. Everybody's going to die here as well. EEU will call the GGs, and Team Spirit will take game 2.
I'm pretty sure that Collapse stole the Rupture there with the planar pocket as well, as it was intended for the Juggernaut there, but instead it ended up on the Spirit Breaker with that planar pocket, taking a single target spell away. But very dominant performance here in game 2 for Team Spirit. They do end it in style in the final push there, but it felt like that was a long time coming, right? There was no surprise. Already at like 12 minutes or something, it started to feel like more and more they were going to be the ones scaling and getting big, where UALEIKUM, they were farming, they were getting farm on multiple different heroes, but none of them were big enough or equipped enough to deal with Juggernaut. So it doesn't matter that they shut down the other cores. Like, Queen didn't have a good game, and Collapse initially didn't have a great game either. They were out farming both of those, but Juggernaut just had free game essentially after the laning stage ended.
Yeah, I mean, game 1, they did a very good job at keeping that steamroller just going. They're continually finding pickoffs and fights, swarming the map. This one, they tried to group up around mid. They were slow to take towers, tried to fight Roshan. But I think Team Spirit with a lot more answers to the aggression here in game 2. And that takes things to game 3. We're going to go the distance today. 2 series going 3 games apiece. So a quick break and we'll find out if Team Spirit can close this out and get the victory which we all expected, or if EEU DPC has some surprises up their sleeves. We'll see you in a few.